Okay, home athletes, happy Monday. Time to get another week of fitness started. We are starting with a 6-rounder, as you can see for time, 45 double unders, 30 air squats, and 15 shuttle runs. Definitely an emphasis, I'd say, on the cardio today, 2 cardio type stations with our runs and our jump rope. And then a little bit of gymnastics with some air squats, working that lower half a little bit. Double unders. This station, 45 double unders, should be, I'd say, a minute at the absolute most. So if you fall in the category of somebody who's practicing your double unders, you're not quite there yet, 45 is a little bit too big of a number. Go ahead and do the double unders if you want to practice them. Just cap yourself at a minute, right? So as many double unders as you can do in a minute. If you are doing singles today, we usually go, let's see, should we go double up today? Let's go ahead and double up on those single unders today for 90 single unders. And again, probably about a minute or so, I think. Nice quick singles. What else would I say? Oh, I was going to say, so as far as jumping rope is concerned, quick, don't worry, I'm not going to go into a big long tutorial. But a couple things to think about when we're jumping rope, either doing singles or double unders or practicing our double unders, is finding a nice kind of constant position. So ideally, if you watch me from the side, we should have our elbows pulled slightly back. Our hands should be sort of kind of just in front of and just below the hips, right? This kind of puts us in a good position to kind of spin at the wrist. So most of the motion, as far as the rope is concerned, should be at the wrist, right? And part of that too is keeping a nice, relatively relaxed grip on the handles. If we really squeeze those handles tight, our arms are tense, our hands are tense, we tend to kind of start, the motion comes from the elbow, or even worse, it starts coming from the shoulder. So we want a nice, relatively relaxed grip so we can keep that wrist loose so we can turn at the wrist. And then basically, I always like to talk about a pogo stick. We should have knees slightly bent and just have a nice kind of spring up and down, just like that. Jumping rope really should be the easiest part of any workout because you're not really doing much. But positioning is very, very important. As well as, and here's the other thing, is breathing. So I often see, especially with double unders, but also single unders, people kind of tense their shoulders up and they're like, hold their breath and they get totally out of breath. Remember to breathe while you're doing your double unders. So along with the relaxed hands, keep your shoulders relaxed and breathe. And then for, double unders, do what you can. And ideally, all that jumping stuff I just talked about should stay the same for double unders and single unders, right? Single unders, right? And then not a lot of change between the two jumps. All right, so quick tutorial there. All right, so we have the double unders. That station, jumping station, should take a minute or less. 30 air squats. So these, I would say probably most people are going to break these up a little bit, like a 15, whatever you got. So set those heels, keep them flat on the floor, right about shoulder width apart. Toes pointed ever so slightly out. We try to avoid the whole duck feet thing, so just a real slight turn out on those toes. Remember, squats, all squats, air squats, any squats you're doing should always start with the hips, right? So we engage the hips first, right? We engage the hips, so we're activating glutes and hamstrings. We gently press the knees out, and ideally, we are looking for a full below parallel squat. If you'll notice right here, the crease of my hip gets down below the top of my knee. This is what we're looking for. We're going all the way down, below parallel, and then stand all the way out, straight knees, straight hips at the top. Do it right. So that way, we get all the benefits. And then finally, our running station. You have 2 points in your house or in your driveway or wherever you are, 10 meters apart, which I believe is 32 feet. And you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 shuttle runs. And no doubt, if for some reason you can't do shuttle runs at your house, you could probably replace that with a run. I would replace that, so that would be 150 meters, but you have to factor in the turnaround times, at each end, that slows you down. I would turn that into a 200-meter run if shuttle runs cannot be done wherever you're working out. All right, so get after it, home athletes. Have fun with this one as usual. Work hard, enjoy the experience. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.